My mom died. My mom died. If you read my book, you know that my mom was very mentally ill. Sorry, trauma side note. She suffered from paranoid delusions. I'm estranged from her family. They were not at my birth. My dad was in jail during my birth. So no one was there. I truly did not know what time I was born. I had no one to ask. What time was I born? No one was there. Nobody knew. Everyone was going, oh, my big 3 is this. My big 3 is that, et cetera, et cetera. It was like all these memes were like very curated at your big 3. And I was like, I really want to relate to something. I really want to know what my rising sign is. So I called, I'm from a small town. Well, it's a big town now, but it was a small town. I called where I was born, the hospital, and I said, hey, can I have my birth records? They were like, you can't. So for some reason, they couldn't get my birth records for whatever reason. But they were like, if you have a quicker way to get this is if you have your mother's death certificate, we can give you her medical records. You know how paperwork works. Like it's never just straightforward. You're like, this is so stupid that I have to go this route to get this. I had a digital copy of my mom's death certificate, got her medical records of the day I was born, found out what time she was given the epidural for a C-section, which is what I was born. I've had 2 C-sections, so I know how long after the epidural is given that you have the C-section. I was able to like trace back her meds. I did a little online sleuthing on some Reddit board, found out what time I was born, was able to find my official birth time. Can I tell you guys, I did not believe in zodiacs for the longest time. I did not think they were real because I'm like on paper, I'm a Cancer. On paper, I'm a Cancer. I'm born on the last day of Cancer and then Leo takes over. I was like, I'm not a Cancer. I don't believe in this. This doesn't relate to me at all. I've never felt any of these feelings. I had my birth time finally. And it turns out that I'm born 15 minutes into like Leo time. And I also thought something about cusps was that you had a little bit of both. Well, somebody who's really into astrology was like, actually, cusps are the most polar opposite of their cusp sign. Then I started reading the Leo zodiacs. I was like, oh my God, bitch, this is so me. It felt like disruptively me. I finally had my big 3. I was like, okay, I got it. I announced it on social. And my friend Bethany, who is in that band Best Coast, she messaged me and she was like, I've never heard of someone's big 3 actually being exactly what I see. It was a lot of work to get my big 3. And so I feel very proud of it. Girls really like to be described. We are addicted to being described. We want to be described by our lovers. We want to be described by the things we wear. That's why a lot of times our shirts have sassy sayings. We also really want to be described in like a little sassy zodiac thing. And that's why females are really into zodiacs.